I was a herbalist, and I had been inspired by the power of plants, really, and I was just very keen to reach more people than I thought I could in my clinical practice. And yeah, luckily everyone loves what we're doing, and I think that's because within Pukka, um, we've been lucky enough to have a good idea, but within it is some of the essence of what I think we're all about in this room, really, which is trying to create some positive change in the world. And because we've been lucky enough to engage deep, long-term relationships with our growers and farmers, and we've been able to grow some medicinal grade herbs, we've been able to deliver something that's different. It's not as if there's a shortage of types of tea in the world, is there? But we've been able to deliver something different, and that's down to a few things. And one of the main things that's down to is the power of the plants themselves. Plants have got an ability to change how we feel. Anyone that's drunk a double espresso will know that. Or drunk some chamomile tea, or some of my favourite plants that are becoming popular at the moment, like turmeric, one of the most widely used plants in the world. Studies are showing how that can compete against paracetamol for benefits as an anti-inflammatory. Famous European plants like elderberry, shown to be effective against 11 types of flu viruses. These simple remedies that we can bring into our lives and contribute towards planetary health as well. They're going to be crucial for our future. And so at the heart of herbalism is this concept of sustainability. Within Ayurveda, the traditional Indian medical system, the idea of living a life that is sustainable and that is sustaining is inherent within it. How you engage with your own self, how you engage with your family, how you engage with your society is at the heart of Ayurveda, really. And so we've been lucky enough to have that within the core of what Pukka does. And one of those things it does is that plants do is they help really wake you up in a way. They help you be more yourself. If your digestion's good, your nervous system's relaxed, you're sleeping well, you're more yourself, aren't you? And I find when I'm more myself, I'm a nicer person, more able to help people around me. And it's a small thing, but I do truly believe that our little messengers, our little sentinels that get out there, our little cups of tea, help people feel more grounded and more themselves, and in that space they become able to fulfill their potential more truly. And I've had some great conversations this evening, and I'm glad to be around so many people that are fulfilling their potential to help contribute to more planetary awareness. This idea that there are 7 billion people in the world, rather more than 7 million, and 2 billion people grow all the food, make our clothes, and create lots of our consumables. And about 350 companies control the majority of that trade. They control over 85% of that trade. So I was very heartened earlier to hear Jonathan talk about how 55 major companies have committed to sourcing renewable energy. And I've often seen Pukka, and I imagine many of us in this room, we're here to help create change. We might not be able to do it all ourselves, of course, but if we can help, should we be like annoying mosquitoes, bug some of these big companies that have essentially got very wealthy off the planet and haven't necessarily thought about the long term. If we can help our society think about embodying cost earlier on in the cost chain so that we pay for it now and not future generations, then I think we've got a real chance. I personally have not got much faith in our environmental legal system or governments to make change, and that's why I'm such an advocate of 1% for the planet. I think the only choice we have is to make the changes ourselves, and it can feel, quite disempowering sometimes, can't it, that we can make any change because the problem seems so big. But there's these simple things we can do, and although this poster says 1% is a really big number, it's a really small change. I'm really into making small 1% changes in life because big changes are just not possible sometimes. And it is a big ask for business to give 1% of its sales to the environment. But it's an even bigger ask to ask future generations to pay for those companies' profits. And I think it's a simple thing to do. One of the best things it does is that it embeds within a business a consciousness around how it spends its money. So if you're committed to contributing to the environment, it makes you think how you're behaving across the entire working platform. And that's something that we're really enjoying at Pukka. It's something that I really wanted us to embed as we get bigger, the choices we make around how we spend a substantial sum of money will always be surrounded by thoughts around how does that affect the environment and how are we going to give this money to the environment. So Tim and I have made a commitment in our business planning that in the next 5 years, we're going to start to donate £1 million every year to 1% for the planet. So we hope that, it'll take us 5 years to get there. But after that, we're then going to donate £1 million to 1% for the planet. And so it shows that, consumers want it. People want to make sure that their money is going towards something that can benefit the world. It's a simple way we can empower people that might not be in our privileged situation of engaging in an environmental business. And so I know some of you are here already part of 1%, and some of you are thinking of it. So I'd encourage you to see how it can inspire not just yourselves as business owners, but your community and your staff. And so one thing we've always wanted to do at Pukka is drive conservation through commerce. It struck me when I was growing up down in the West Country, that, talking of triple SIs, Hugo, there was a great road, the A46 in Bath, was cut through a triple SI when I was about 18, and I couldn't really work out how you can have a protected location and then a road can get put through it. So I sort of lost faith in an abstract way at that stage. And, businesses can be a force for good. I think we can see there are many people here tonight that have created businesses that are doing that. And yeah, it's a real privilege and honour to be part of 1% for the planet. So thank you, Kate and Patagonia and the original founders of the idea. Like all complex systems in nature, whether it's a swarm of bees or it's a forest or a whole ecosystem, you're always stronger with diversity, and you're always stronger together. And I know it's great that there's 1,000 or is it 1,100 businesses that are a part of 1% now, but I think if we can create a wellspring of change, then we can really do something big. So thank you very much. That's what I was going to say.